Now, today's top stories and Power of 5 weather from News 5. Sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.
Good Friday morning, I'm Katie Houston. Tomorrow, right here in Cleveland, is the 36th annual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So let's take a look back at how we got here. Let's roll back the calendar to 1983. That year, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation was established. 2 years later, in 1985, Cleveland beat out Philly, Detroit, and Memphis to become the home of the museum. The first induction ceremony followed in 1986, with the additions being some of the biggest names in rock: Chuck Berry, James Brown, and Elvis Presley. But the museum project didn't break ground in Cleveland until 1993. Fast forward another 2 years when the Rock Hall is finally dedicated in 1995. We waited another 2 years to host our first induction ceremony in Cleveland. That year, the Hall's first major exhibit opened. The Rock Hall saw several more changes through the years, but made a huge overhaul in 2018 when the Hall of Fame experience opened to guests. We love it, and this induction ceremony will bring in some big bucks for Northeast Ohio. The Rock Hall telling us that in 2018, the last time it was here, the induction ceremony brought in about $35.5 million. This year, though, that number could skyrocket to more than $50 million. According to the Downtown Cleveland Alliance, though, having the international spotlight on Cleveland brings us a lot more than just money.
The impact really goes beyond economics. It's a great opportunity to show off what a great music city we have and what a great community we live in.
Yeah, great city, period. And with a majority of the induction attendees coming from out of town, both DCA and the Rock Hall says this weekend is a great time for all of Northeast Ohioans to be ambassadors of our region. The ceremony at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse starts at 8 o'clock Saturday night. Doors open at 6:30. Lucky you if you are going to be there. How's our weather feeling?
Well, it's much cooler than it was yesterday. I know yesterday was a beautiful day, cooler, wetter, and windier. This whole system's just wrapping up around Tennessee, just pulling moisture through Ohio. And yeah, at times it's heavy rain. So that flood threat's going to be elevated through the day today. And I mean like localized flooding. Creeks and streams will fill up eventually. Major rivers, those are going to get high towards this evening. But I think we have enough, breaks in this rain action to where at least some spots will get some dry time today. Just, man, you got to watch where these waves of heavy rain are really just kind of roll through. And they're moving from east to west also. That tends to let them linger a little bit longer. Towards this evening, though, we should try to break down some of that rain, have some dry time for Friday Night Football. The problem is we don't stay dry for long. I'll show you the full weekend forecast coming up.
Sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.